So long-time watchers of this channel know that when my family moved from Manhattan to the outer borough of Staten Island, I had maybe about 600 comic books. And my mom said, "Joe, I think you should get rid of at least half of them for the move." And unfortunately I did. But of those I've kept, this is episode 23 of the comics my mom let me keep. Stay tuned for the video. Anachronic. Hi comic book fans, I'm Joe and welcome to Anachronic Comics. As I mentioned, this is episode 23 of the comics my mom let me keep. And in this episode, I've pulled out the Brave and the Bold issues that I managed to hold on to and move with me to Staten Island and my other homes that I've had. Now, The Brave and the Bold began publication in 1955, and it lasted until 1983, 200 issues. Now, in the beginning, it featured a number of different characters, such as the Golden Gladiator, the Viking Prince. Robin Hood made his first appearance, a comic book appearance in The Brave and the Bold. Later on, we started to get into team-ups, and eventually it became almost another Batman title, with Batman teaming up with different characters in each issue. As I mentioned, it lasted 200 issues until June of 1983, and basically it was terminated because of poor sales. Now, you had a lot of great creators here, but the main creator that you'll see throughout each one of these issues, and I mentioned them many times but not in every issue, is Bob Haney. Bob Haney was the writer of almost all of the stories in The Brave and the Bold for 20 years. So that was really his baby. Some important first appearances in Brave and the Bold. Number 25, you have the first appearance of the Suicide Squad. In number 28, the first team appearance of the Justice League of America. In number 31, the first appearance of Cave Carson, a character I really liked in the old days. He's kind of disappeared. And in number 34, you had the first Silver Age appearance of the new Hawkman. So why don't we get started? The first book that I have is The Brave and the Bold. Here we go. Yep. The Brave and the Bold, number 43 from September of 1962. It retells the origin of Hawkman, which I mentioned was in number 34, and it is the first team appearance of the Manhawks, which makes it a key comic book. And the cover of this one is a great Joe Kubert cover. The next one I have is number 50. Now again, in those days, you went to the comic book shop. It was basically a stationery store, and you went when you could. You didn't necessarily think, oh, I got to get the next issue, whatever it happens to be. You looked at the covers and picked up some books that looked interesting to you, all right? And one thing I did like always was team-ups. I loved having more than one superhero in a comic book. And so the next one I have is number 50, okay, from November of 1963, all right? This is the first Brave and the Bold team-up that they had. All right. So this basically sold me on this title, and I started buying up the titles when I went to the store, and I had the 12 cents to buy it. Green Arrow and the Manhunter from Mars. The cover duplicates an actual panel that's inside, and they used to do that quite a bit in the old days. All right. The next one I have is Brave and the Bold, number 51, from January of 1964, and it's the first team-up of Aquaman and Hawkman. That's better. Now, I don't have, looks like I skipped number 52. I do have number 53. The next team-up was a team-up of Adam and the Flash. There you go. Nice cover. The next book, I've showed it before when I had it's a series on the Teen Titans. This is Brave and the Bold number 54 from July of 1964. Now, I call this the unofficial first appearance of the Teen Titans, because the name Teen Titans wasn't coined until the group's appearance in Brave and the Bold number 60. All right, so this is a Bob Haney written story as well. All right, if you go on Key Collector, it says this is the first appearance. It also mentions that number 60 could be, and we'll look at number 60, which I have in a few minutes. Next one I have is number 55 from September of 1965. It's a team up of the Atom, there he is, and the Metal Man. The cover and the interior pencils are by the late Ramona Fradon. One of my favorites is she co-created with Bob Haney Metamorpho, and we'll see those issues in a few minutes. Next one I have is number 56 from November of 1964. There we go. And this issue, The Flash returns. He's teaming up with the Martian Manhunter. And Hawkman and Hawkgirl make an appearance here to help out as well. Now one of my faves, all right? This is from January 1965, number 57, all right? The Origin of Metamorpho, all right? Now it was created and written by Bob Haney and Ramona Fradon, who penciled the cover and the interior pages. So it's a key. You have the first appearance of Metamorpho, the first appearance of Simon Stagg, a business magnate and enemy of Metamorpho, the first appearance of Java, the servant of Stagg, and the first appearance of Sapphire Stagg, girlfriend of Metamorpho and daughter of Simon Stagg. Now, I just can't wait to see Anthony Carrigan portray Metamorpho in the new Superman movie next year. That's going to be cool. Metamorpho came back in number 58. There you go. Also a key because it's Metamorpho's second appearance. Again, story by Bob Haney and pencils by Ramona Fradon. And they both are credited with creating Metamorpho. All right, next one is number 59, right? Number 59 from May of 1965. Here we go. It's the first appearance of Batman and Green Lantern without the Justice League. And you have a nice Gil Kane cover. Okay. All right, now we get to number 60. Okay. So, here is Brave and the Bold presents the Teen Titans. All right, July 1965. So this is the first use of a key, obviously. This is the first use of the name Teen Titans. The second team appearance of Teen Titans, if you count that, number 54 is the first. But this is the first appearance of Wonder Girl, Donna Troy, and she joins the Teen Titans. Now, again, this is kind of a debatable first, right? This issue is really the first canonical appearance of the Teen Titans. Now, as we mentioned, some sources, if you look in Key Collector app, they credit number 54 as the first appearance of the Teen Titans, but they're not identified as such in that instance. In fact, if I remember correctly, Key Collector does say that at least this one is a debatable first. And Robin does say in this book that the team was formed after the events of Brave and the Bold number 54. So, in my view, this is really the first appearance of the Teen Titans, I think, because Robin says so himself, even here. Okay, so let me show you. It says here, this is on page 5 of the story, you've got Batman. Let's see, I don't know if you guys can see it, but up here, all right. You've got Batman talking to Robin, and Robin says, he's on the short, looks like he's on the short wave radio. He says, Batman says, "What's this, calling the Teen Titans?" And Robin says, "Check, Batman. Teen Titans is a group of junior crime fighters set up after Kid Flash, Aquaman, and I helped the teenagers of Hatton Corners in Brave and the Bold number 54. Okay? I don't know if you guys can read that. Might be difficult to read. Okay. So if that's the case, Robin is saying this is the first appearance of the Teen Titans. The other one, they happen to get together. And interesting, Wonder Girl or Donna Troy was not involved in that. So if this is the first appearance of the Teen Titans, then she is a charter member. If it's not, then she ain't. And I think she is. Let me know in the comments whether you agree with me that number 60 is the first appearance of the Teen Titans. Okay. Next one I have is number 61, which was, yes, August of 1965. Now, this one is written by Gardner Fox, so Bob Haney's not involved in this, and you'll see, and the reason why is the characters that are here. It's drawn by Murphy Anderson. So it's a team up of the Golden Age Starman, Ted Knight, and Black Canary, Dinah Drake Lance. And it's a key, and it sets forth the origins of both characters in pages that are written out. All right, it shows Starman, and tells about his origin in Adventure Comics number 61 from April of 1941, and Black Canary, who first appeared in Flash Comics number 86 in August of 1947. They reappear in number 62 from October of 1965. All right, and again, a Gardner Fox story, and again, show myself here. All right, I think that's a better way of doing it. Gardner Fox story, again drawn by Murphy Anderson, and this time they're joined by Wildcat, making this his first Silver Age appearance and a key comic book. The next one is number 63 from December of 1965. So you have an all-woman team-up of Supergirl and Wonder Woman. Bob Haney wrote the story. Now, I'm laughing because the name of it is Revolt of the Super Chicks. Revolt of the Super Chicks. Like a real 1960s type of lingo. Next one I have is number 64 from March of 1966. All right? And it's Batman versus Eclipso, with a nice cover by Gil Kane. Right? This story was later reprinted in Batman number 208 from February 1969, which was an 80-page giant. All right, now the next one is number 65 from May of 1966. The Flash teams up with the Doom Patrol against the Brotherhood of Evil, and one of the Doom Patrol's chief antagonists, General Immortus, an interesting character that you saw in a lot of the early Doom Patrol comic books. The next one I have is kind of a natural team-up, I would say. The cover says the greatest team-up ever, and it has Metamorpho. This is, number 66 from June of 1966, and it teams up Metamorpho, the Element Man, and the Metal Men, who are made of elements. And the cover is by Ramona Fradon. All right, the next one I have is number 67 from September of 1966. Batman and the Flash team up. This has some nice Carmine Infantino artwork. Metamorpho returns in number 68 and teams up with Batman. Not really Batman, I think it's Bat-Hulk. He seems awfully similar, right, to a green-skinned character that you might have seen in Marvel comic books. All right. Now, interestingly, in this comic book, Sapphire Stagg, Metamorpho's girlfriend, and Simon Stagg's daughter, says that she watches Batman on TV every week. So obviously this book came out during the Batman 66 craze that was going on at that time. Next one I have is number 69 from January of 1967. There you go. Okay, Batman and Green Lantern team up against the Time Commander. Guess who's in the next one? Yep, Batman. This is number 70 from March of 1967. There you go. Batman makes another appearance. This time he's teaming up with Hawkman, who returns to the title where he made his first appearance back in issue number 34, I believe I said. This issue marks the first time that Batman and Hawkman team up outside of the Justice League. Yes, Batman's back again. Yes, Batman and the Green Arrow team up in number 71 from May of 1967. Now, as you can see, most of the Batman is showing up a lot here. He's not doing every issue, because my last one that I have is number 72, and there's no Batman. But he was starting his run, basically. He was starting pretty quickly. And the last one I have, the last comic my mom let me keep when we moved in 1969, is number 72 from July of 1967. I don't seem to have any from 68 and 69, but again, that's when I started college, so I probably, stopped buying some of these comic books. So no Batman, as I said. The Spectre and the Flash team up with some nice Carmine Infantino artwork. So there you have it, the Brave and the Bold comic books, the comics my mom let me keep in 1969 when we moved out of our apartment and into our big house. So why did I have to get rid of 300 comic books? I don't know. In Staten Island. If you're interested in seeing the other comics my mom let me keep, there's an entire series, and I've put the series here. You can click on it and watch them all. Take care, be well, and I'll see you soon.